What's up, Sportscast? Welcome to the Sports Stuff Show, the Kings of Sports. I'm Adam.
And I'm Carter.
And let's get right into it.
All
Awesome.
right.
Yeah, so for updates, this is our 41st episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These episodes keep on piling up, not going to lie. Now that we've...
Two a week.
I know, now we got 2 a week. They're piling up. It's so funny because I was looking back at, like, the Pulse and, like, all their previous episodes of all, like, I don't know if they had shows before, like, prior shows, but we've already, even like last year, we had the most like episodes of any show on there, and I'm like, and we had significantly amount of like more views and stuff, and I'm like, man,
big dose.
Half of like 1 year, we've kind of like, so that's kind of funny. I don't think we have like any. I mean, we're still trying to get the Boise State player on. I'm trying. Like if we said it like. We're supposed to have it like 3 weeks ago, but it's it's been all up in the air. So, yeah, I will make sure we get that, but it will just be a matter of when,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, awesome, sounds good. Do you want to do like the Bean Boozle thing again, or just do you want that be like a solely like a stuff thing?
We'll make it a stuff thing.
Okay, because I was like, I don't want that to be.
She can pick the word every time.
That'd be rough. I don't like that.
Was brutal.
Dude, that was rough. I was watching it back.
Took like 10.
I know. It was horrible. That was, man.
And I'm sure we both said something that we didn't even realize.
I know. I'm pretty sure we probably did. And like, because I didn't like, I was going to take the time to go into like things and then like mark every time we said it. And
that
then
would
see
take
if
too long.
I know. I'm like, that'd take way too long. But man, it was rough. But anyways, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a card.
Yep. I don't know where all the cards went. I'm just gonna.
You got basketball.
Logos and mascots. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Who was the only Harlem Globetrotters player to be named league MVP of the NBA? Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Moses Malone, or Meadowlark Lemon?
What is it again? Can you repeat it?
The only Harlem Globetrotter to go to the NBA and win MVP. You know what the Globetrotters are?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Well, then you're kind of screwed. It's like a entertainment basketball team. They do like trick shots and weird dribbling and I don't know. It's interesting.
Can you repeat the names then?
Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, Moses Malone, and Meadowlark Lemon. Meadowlark Lemon is
I would say
great
Magic
name.
Johnson.
It was Wilt.
Seriously?
It was Wilt.
What? I thought he never won. Was it just like a normal MVP?
Yeah, he won MVP in the NBA, but he was a Globetrotter before.
Oh, wow.
Which is interesting.
Man, okay. I'm already down 1-0. Okay, that's nice.
I got to get it.
Okay. That's way too hard. Okay. Let's see with this one. Which MLB team chose a fan-designed character named Blooper, and it became its official mascot in 2018? I like how I keep on giving you like the mascot ones.
Baseball mascots. Okay, what are the
Atlanta
options?
Braves, Washington Nationals, or Detroit Tigers.
Seems like a Nationals thing. Nationals.
Atlanta Braves.
Dang it.
I was thinking, I'm like, Blooper does not, like, really give you
that
much.
That doesn't make sense at all, no.
Man. Okay. Well, we're down 0-0.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, Boise State. We beat UT Martin.
Man, that did not look like that looked bad.
For the first half, yeah.
Did not look like it was going to be,
it was not amazing.
And we almost, if we would have gone on 4th down on, like, because that's what put us up, like, that many scores. No one scored. We only scored, I think, like, once or twice in the second half. Like,
we had 10 points in the second half.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Hank got put up on the video board at one point talking about a teammate, and he got booed.
Well, no, he got booed at first so normally at the beginning of games when they show the starters and they go like their name, their like, and then, their position or whatever.
Oh, he got booed at that too?
Yeah.
I wasn't in the building yet, I'm not going to lie.
He ended up, I didn't know this at first because I was in the press box getting a hot dog. And then I come back and then the sports reporter that I was with, so a fun story about the press box, but I'll get to that. But I come back, and then they were like, yeah, did you see that they booed Hank? Or I got a text, and they're like, yeah, did you see that they booed Hank? And then I was like, what? And then they're like, yeah, when he said his name during the thing. And I was like, wait, what, he did?
Jeez.
And then...
Because he always got the loudest cheers last year.
Yeah, like, he got booed, like, and that was, like, the starting thing. And I was like, what? And it was kind of funny because it was ironic because I wrote an article about how fans seemed like they wanted Taylen Green to start more.
Yeah.
And then the media wanted Hank.
Well, the student section
And
sure
they-
wanted Taylen.
Yeah, they sure made their, like, statement. And that was kind of crazy because, like, then JL Skinner ended up joining in because, okay, I'm fine.
Joining in? What do you mean?
He chimed in on, like, the whole situation on, like, Twitter and everything.
What did he say?
I'll get to it. But, so, in my opinion, so they ended up cheering at that point, and then there was cheers after Hank got injured, or he got, like, hurt, and then they were, like, saw that Taylen was going to go in. And then after
I
Taylen
think they
went
were
in,
cheering for Taylen, not cheering that Hank got hurt. I hope.
well,
I
and
hope.
then Taylen went in, and then they started cheering more. So it was like they
Well,
were
like,
cheering at first.
People
and
saw
then-
him like putting his helmet on, and people were like, "Oh, like Taylen," and then he like jogged on the field. And honestly, that was the loudest of the entire game.
Yeah.
Was when Taylen
Uh-huh.
jogged on the field. If they would have let him throw there, that it would have
It
would
would've
have popped off the
lo-
place.
I was making a joke to the person I was next to, and I was like, "You see that handoff right there? That was a grade A handoff." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was joking about that, but man, I think I don't know. It seemed like they kind of cheered, maybe because they're indirectly cheering because not that Hank is injured, but like indirectly cheering that were going to see Taylen.
I
But
think
that's
that's
still
what it
kind
was.
of I mean, that's still kind of rude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But I mean, man,
You saw some of the players were like waving at the student section, like to shut up.
yeah. So JL Skinner, he ended up like putting on Twitter like right after the game. He was like, "Don't ever do that again. That's so disrespectful. We ride with whoever we do, but we don't like
Yeah,
cheer on like someone getting injured."
he's right.
So it's not like then he was like, "Don't ever do that again." They talked about in the press conference, and they were like, "That's so disrespectful. Like, don't do that." Because it's like they had a ton of injuries that game, and it's like they kind of just you wish for the best for the player, and then it's like,
Yeah,
but they do need the
he's
next
gonna be
player to
okay.
go on. Yeah,
Like,
it
it wasn't
kinda looked
anything
like he just
serious,
got hit in the head
thankfully.
or something.
I think he
Like,
would have been fine. Like if the game was close, he probably would have come back in. But
Yeah.
it was wraps at that point.
I thought Taylen should have came in earlier because they were already kind of won. Like,
Yeah, I
at that point.
guess.
Because it was like 37. Like
Hank was all right.
okay.
He there's a lot of plays where he holds onto the ball too long and takes sacks he shouldn't.
Well, then he fumbled like
Yeah, he did do that.
so many times.
But he did make a couple impressive throws that
Yeah.
I'm not used to seeing from him. He made one.
He made some darts. Like
He made
hit
one
some
down
dots.
down the right sideline, layered it over a linebacker under a safety, right on the money. It was the best throw
Was
I've
the
seen
Steph
him
Cobbs
make.
one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen him make a throw nearly that good. It was an excellent throw. So
Mhm.
he wasn't bad. That performance though against a better team is a loss for
Yeah.
sure. Like
Yeah.
they're taking field goals in the red zone against UT Martin. You got to finish
Yeah.
drives against opponents like that, and that's not just a Hank thing. That's honestly, it's mostly a play calling thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
That's what I was saying. I was like, we're winning, but against UT Martin,
right.
and this is like we're
gonna get
winning by
tougher.
like especially since
next
we're
home
playing.
game is San Diego State.
Yeah.
And BYU's coming here.
So it's going to be rough, and it was very concerning if I'm going to be honest. Who's our next game?
UTEP
UTEP. Okay.
on the road.
Which I think that's a little bit scarier too. Like
Nah, we'll be fine.
I mean, last
I'm
year
pretty sure they just
we
got
were-
blown out by New Mexico.
Did they? Oh, never mind.
I think so.
But yeah, it was. I thought UT Martin's quarterback is actually pretty good. I don't know. He was
Yeah,
kind
he
of darting
played
it up.
solid.
He played pretty good.
At a certain point, like protection started breaking down. Guys weren't
Yeah.
separating, and there was nothing
And then
he could
was
do.
just
but
he just had to like
he
scratch.
honestly he made some
played pretty
solid
good.
throws.
Yeah, like he was kind of dotting it up, but I think reiterating what you said.
Yeah, UTEP lost by 17 to New Mexico.
Oh man, never mind.
Oof.
But yeah, it was. We played pretty like good because we
It
won.
was
but
enough.
It was
But that won't be enough against better teams.
and it it was weird because a ton of people left very early on.
Oh my gosh,
And
yeah.
I don't think
Half
that
the
was
student section left at halftime.
And some people didn't even really show up like really early because they didn't care.
I was late.
Like at UTEP, everyone was there early.
Yeah.
It was completely full, and people stayed throughout a majority of the game
People
we played
before the
really
fourth
well.
quarter, people left for UTEP.
But that made sense because we were blowing them out.
Right.
Like this game, it was still really close.
I think a lot of people I know left because it was hot.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
They just didn't feel like watching it. And
we
it
were
was
really
it was
playing
pretty much wraps at half
Yeah.
anyway.
Like there was a ton of people that just went second quarter and then left.
Yeah.
Like, but it was weird.
I got in the building on Boise's second drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were a little late.
Yeah, I think the first drive was pretty impressive because it was George Holani.
Yeah, I watched it back and it was solid. Holani played
completely-
awesome.
Yeah,
He was great.
and I mean,
And so did, how do you say his last name? Genty? Is it
Genty.
Genty?
Yeah,
He's a stud.
like
That's a really good 1-2 punch.
I think I'm kind of concerned because George Holani, he's had really good games, but I feel like they've been against weaker opponents. So I feel like I want to see him consistently because before he used to be consistent every single game.
It was a little
really
down
great.
year last year, but
And I think it's also sometimes the play calling as well.
that's a huge part of
ruining.
it. The play calling
Like,
is so
that's-
bad.
Yeah, like
It's so bad.
I think that's also an issue of like why we haven't had as many rushing yards or
It's
like we haven't
like-
been able to establish the run. So
We throw on first down, and half the time it's incomplete, and then we run on 2nd and 10. Why do you run on 2nd and long? I don't get it, man. It's
yeah,
bad.
like you should like I really think I'm a strong believer you should run on first down.
Oh my gosh! And then, like Hank takes the sack, and it's like 2nd and 34 or something. We run on 2nd and 34. I get it if it's like 3rd and 34, you just run and then punt. It's 2nd down, and you're giving up.
Yeah,
And then 3rd down, they run on 2nd and 34, and then throw a screen.
yeah.
It's just, I'm so tired of the play calling. It's miserable.
really rough.
Game in and game out. It was miserable
Yeah.
last year. It just got bailed out by
Yeah.
Khalil.
Exactly.
Honestly, the whole offense really got bailed out by Khalil last year.
Yeah.
This year I'm gaining even more appreciation for how good he was.
I mean, it's kind of weird because I feel like this year, because it was kind of an obvious thing, like who's going to step into Shaq's position.
Nobody
And
so far.
right now, no one had. I mean, okay, we've seen glimpses. Okay, my personal opinion coming into the year, I thought Steph Cobbs was going to be clear number one.
I thought he was going to do more than he's doing.
I thought because he had some really good games, especially against. I think it was.
He had one really good game last year.
It was either
UTEP.
UTEP or
He housed a
or
punt
Oklahoma
against
State.
Utah against UTEP. I think it was Oklahoma State that he played
he
really
played
good.
really good against like.
God, we should have won that game.
And then like he played really good, and everyone's like, man, he's gonna do really good this year. And then he hasn't really seen much.
He's getting more defensive attention now than he
It
was
kind
with
of seemed
Khalil.
like Billy Bowens was like getting more plays and
I
getting more
like
touches,
Caples
but
too.
and well now
I think
Caples is
Caples
kind
is
of
solid.
Caples is doing pretty good now, and it's like, is he gonna step in?
One
Like,
of them's
I
got to
mean,
step up though. Like one of them has to separate from the rest and be the guy.
But
So,
right now it kind
it's
of seemed
early.
like Billy Bowens, but they gave him chances. He kept on dropping passes.
Yeah,
Which I mean, we've kind of seen that from the last couple of years. So
we'll see. Lots of time.
Yeah, but
But yeah. So that's Boise. We're at UTEP next before coming back home for San Diego State.
I really wish they would have played Taylen to at least see if he would have done
Yeah.
because
It wasn't like put away though.
yeah,
Like we were in control, but it was still a 2-possession game most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like, I feel like
I understand.
I feel like the thing is though is that like you see these performances by Hank and you can't like beg but wonder how Taylen would have done in that situation. Like that's what I kind of
Yeah,
see
you can always wonder.
is
but
like how Taylen would have done against like UTEP, how Taylen would have done against New Mexico. Like
yeah,
you know,
I
but-
don't think that Hank played particularly bad in this one.
Mhm.
I think he needs to learn to throw the ball
I think
away.
he played significantly better this game than he did
and
New Mexico.
you can tell that there's a QB competition going on. Like his job is not safe. He's taking hits.
Mhm.
He's a 4-year starter that's not really a runner who's taking hits. That's how you know that Taylen's getting consideration.
Mhm.
But yeah, so on to General College.
Yep. Card.
Right.
Why? Where are
I
they?
will never remember right away.
Oh, they're all like scattered.
All right.
Okay, let me. Wait, what did you say before? You'll never what?
I just never remember
Remember the
before
card.
I say the topic. Okay,
So,
baseball. Which MLB team in 2004 became the first to ever win a playoff series wow, I'm an idiot. After being down 3-0. So they were down 3-0.
Oh, I think I
came
know
back
this
and
one.
won. You confident enough to guess now?
I think it was. I want to say like Atlanta, but I want to know the names.
I'll give you the names. The Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, the Houston Astros, or the Boston Red Sox.
I'm pretty sure it was Atlanta.
It's Boston.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I thought it was Atlanta. I thought it was really.
Could you imagine being up 3-0 and losing?
Well, that's what I looked at because that's how I figured it out. Was I was playing MLB The Show, and I was down 3-0, and I'm like, man, what are the odds that like I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, would this be the only time a team has been like
It's happened in
down 3-0?
baseball and hockey, never in basketball.
Man,
Honestly, I don't think it ever will in basketball.
yeah, I mean, well, basketball, I feel like it's kind of like, especially with those games, like it's very hard to. It's like it kind of shows the main team because
I think basketball more than any other sport, the better team wins in
Yeah.
the playoffs. Like it's so much harder in basketball to swing momentum than other sports, I think.
yeah,
Like hockey, baseball, you get one up on the board, that's a way bigger deal than in basketball. Like one
Yeah.
play doesn't change the game in basketball the way it does in those.
well, like, and then in baseball, you just sometimes have bad hitting days. Sometimes you have
Right.
bad pitching days. Like Clayton Kershaw sometimes would play horribly in the playoffs, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like, so I mean, I think that's kind of a thing with basketball. It's kind of like consistent, repetitive.
Yeah, I think the best team wins almost every year
Yeah.
in basketball.
So
yeah.
okay, let me see here. You got all sports.
Interesting.
This one's kind of hard. It's kind of like Olympic teams on this side.
Boy.
Ooh, do you know Formula One?
No, I've never watched
How about
a
Serena
Formula One
Williams?
race. Sure.
Okay, what is Serena Williams' record in 8 Australian Open tennis finals as she reached as of 2019? I read that so weird.
Yeah.
Okay. What is Serena Williams' record in the 8 Australian Open tennis finals she has reached as of 2019? 8-0, 7-1, 5-3, or 4-4?
I can't imagine that it's 8-0 or 4-4. I'm gonna go 7-1.
You're right.
Yes.
Man, up on the board.
Big tennis guy.
All right.
Big tennis guy.
Remember last year when you were like, I watch every single game? He's like, no, I don't.
Yeah. All right. On to general college football.
Mhm.
Oregon went to BYU and crushed them, 41-20, I believe it was.
Everyone was talking about that in the press box.
Yeah, that wasn't close. So, in my opinion, this just shows how good Georgia is
Yeah.
because Oregon scored 70 last week, and they just blew out BYU, who was ranked top 15.
Yeah.
They lost 49-3 to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
49-3. I will also say about Georgia, their tight end Brock Bowers is white Kyle Pitts. Yes,
Yeah.
he scored 3 touchdowns this week. He ran one in, and he's just unbelievable. He's going to be a top 10 pick.
Didn't
of a
Kyle
tight
Pitts go
end.
to Georgia?
Florida?
Florida. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
They had the Kyle Trask to Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oregon beat BYU, and then App State. App State has
Dude,
been
that's
the most
crazy.
Week 1. They lose 63-61 after scoring 40
Yeah.
in
And
the
then they
fourth
had so
quarter.
many chances to win that game.
Yes.
If they would have beat that game,
Week 2, they upset Texas A&M, who was ranked top 5, I want to say.
yeah.
Top 10 for sure. Week 3, they win on a walk-off Hail Mary that didn't even reach the end zone. It got batted away. The receiver catches it and runs 10
in.
yards into the end zone. App
was
State is so
crazy.
fun. They're must-watch TV right now. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's ridiculous. And it's like them and Marshall kind of made a name for themselves too. Like I didn't see what they did.
I think Marshall lost this week.
Did they?
I think they lost to Bowling Green.
Did they?
I could
Oh.
be wrong.
But
I know they were in a close game.
Yeah.
But
That was I mean, BYU by any going back to Oregon isn't bad by any means. They beat Baylor, wasn't it? Yeah,
yeah, they
last
beat
week.
Baylor. That's a good
which
win.
was a pretty good win, especially since Baylor was way up there last year. Like they didn't they win the Big 12? Like
Mm-hmm.
they
They
ended
stopped
up,
Oklahoma State on
they
the
beat
one.
Oklahoma State. They were getting close to like championship, like, you know.
Baylor completely dropped the ball in a random regular season game against TCU last year. If they would have won that game, they would have been in the playoff
Yeah.
after that Big 12 championship, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, so like they're no, but like by no means like they're not like a bad team, BYU.
Right.
And Oregon just walked right over them. And I don't know about like these rankings. Specifically, my thoughts on Bama being 2, if I'm going to be honest.
I think they deserve that.
I feel like they haven't really
They just won by like 60.
Well, I don't think they've played like much competition really. Like
They just beat Texas. Texas is good.
yeah, but then that was like a really close game. Like
Yeah, but it's,
I think if I'm going to be
a good
honest,
team.
I feel like Ohio State should at least be 2 for now. I don't
who
know.
have they played? I
I
mean,
don't
is
remember.
Notre Dame good?
I mean, I don't know. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like in my opinion, Ohio State has played better competition in my opinion than Alabama. So I would put
I think
numbers,
Texas is
I don't
better
know.
than Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say because it's like everything with it is so subjective because it's like if you played together,
Yeah, well, we're
like
so
played
early,
head on head, yeah. So it's like you don't really know, and it's like it's kind of just by opinion, just by week. But oh well. Oregon, where were they at 25 last time, and now they're at 15.
Yeah, up
And
10
BYU's
spots.
19.
Yeah,
from
they went.
12.
They were ranked 12th, I believe.
Can we talk about Washington too?
Yeah, but I think Oregon
Yeah.
was ranked 12th preseason, something like that. They get knocked out completely after getting blown out by Georgia. Up to 25 after beating Eastern Washington, and now they're back up to 15 after beating
Yeah.
BYU. They've been all over the place
People
every
don't
week.
know. Like I feel like people don't really know what to like think of Oregon.
Well, it's only been 3 games. No one
Yeah.
knows. But yeah, Washington is 18th right now after not being ranked, and they deserve it. They beat the crap out of Michigan State. Like,
Yeah.
it really wasn't close. It
Mhm.
got a little close at the end, I guess, but not. I mean, it never felt like MSU was going to win.
Yeah. That was crazy. I kind of forgot about that game. Not gonna lie, I kind of wasn't keeping up that much on college football because I was like heavily into the Boise State game,
Yeah.
which I really liked when Boise State had their games on Friday, because then I'd be like Friday, Saturday, and then
Yeah.
like, you know, so yeah.
Other
But-
things interesting. NC State is 12th, which is
Mm-hmm.
interesting for sure. Arkansas somehow doesn't move down at all, even though they needed like a last-second surge to beat Missouri State at home.
Uh-huh.
And I love Arkansas, but I officially withdraw Anthony Richardson as my Heisman pick. He played bad again
Man,
against South Florida, and they almost
Unfortunate.
lost. So
it's kind of
yeah,
like
I'll find
reverse
another.
jinx.
I'll find another bandwagon to hitch myself to. That's not Anthony Richardson, but it was fun. AR-15, but you're not playing good. 2 bad weeks kind of takes you out of the Heisman race
Yeah,
in college
I think
football. So,
Man,
but yeah,
you know, I saw one thing, and it was kind of funny on CBS Sports. So they're like football records. Kansas is 3-0, Kentucky's 3-0, and North Carolina is 3-0, Duke is 3-0, Syracuse 3-0, UCLA 3-0, and Indiana 3-0,
Dude,
which are all basketball
Kansas-
schools. Like,
Kansas might be kind of legit. Like, they beat West Virginia,
Mhm.
and then they just went to Houston and whooped them. Like
yeah, like
Kansas actually looks like a decent team right now. It's insane.
well, it's funny because like these are like basketball schools. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
especially Kansas.
yeah, and like, you know, North Carolina's
UCLA
And then-
barely squeaked it out.
yeah,
They
like I
almost
don't
lost to Southern Alabama.
like this is crazy. Like I feel like this is like what?
Yeah.
Which man.
Kansas and Duke play this week.
Well, you know how I was talking about last year when I was doing my March Madness things. I was just choosing them off of who I know from football.
Yeah.
But then we were like, oh, they don't really correlate as much. And
Well.
then it's like, well, apparently now.
Maybe this year.
You know, if I would have done it this year, where I would have picked my winners based off of basketball, would have worked a little bit better.
Didn't you take
but-
Iowa to win the whole thing?
No, I took.
I swear you took Iowa. You at least took them super far.
I did.
No, I
take
think you had
Iowa
North
far.
Carolina over Iowa.
I took North Carolina the
Yeah.
whole way.
And
Which
Iowa
I
got
was-
bounced round 1.
I mean, I mean, North Carolina. They were there. They were just
Yeah.
one game away. So
Yeah, they
I
were.
mean, I'm taking that as a win myself. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Card?
Anything? Oh wait, I wanted to talk about App State. They're also here
Facts.
in like the receiving votes here. So they're at 7 or
28.
28 or something. Florida State is kind of there. Michigan State is like still
Interesting
right on
that
the
App
end.
State is above North Carolina when North Carolina beat them, but
Yeah, I know. It's a very small.
yeah. Kansas
remembered.
getting some respect.
Yeah, Kansas on it.
Kansas got-
Syracuse.
Kansas has 23 points.
I feel like Oregon State might be good. I'm also kind of saying that because we got whooped like in our first week, and I'm kind of hoping.
It'd be nice if they were actually good.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not a fan of Jake Haener. Like
What?
I'm not a fan
He's
of
a
him.
stud.
I don't really, I'm not really buying him. And I'm just saying, my quarterback, like in college, is kind of, it's on par. Everyone was doubting me about hating Spencer Rattler, and then he was the number one pick,
He's been bad.
and then I literally said he's trash. And
I
then
hold
Caleb
to
Williams,
it that he would still dominate if he was here, though.
and then Caleb Williams, I was like, Caleb Williams, he's even better. He's looked like he's probably going to be the number one pick next year.
Caleb?
Yeah,
No.
100%.
Bryce Young.
No, not next year. The year after.
Oh, is he not eligible this year?
He's not eligible this year. He's a
facts.
sophomore.
Okay.
So, I mean, 100%.
Is Will Anderson eligible this year?
I don't know.
Because if not, it'll be Will Anderson because he's the best player in the country.
I don't know.
He definitely is the best player.
I know, but like quarterback, like it seems
Yeah,
like
quarterback's valued higher.
Always,
It just depends who gets the first pick,
Yeah.
I guess.
And dude, Bijan Robinson too.
He's a stud.
He's probably gonna go. I mean,
He'll probably be
running
first
backs,
round.
Running backs hardly like. After Saquon, I don't think a running back's gone like higher than like 20.
Not
after
that
that
I
point.
can think of.
Like-
what was Najee? I think Najee was 20. Or something
Najee was
like that.
like 20 or 25. I know Josh Jacobs was like 28.
ETN was like 21, I want to say.
I thought he was drafted in the second round.
No,
like,
he was a first.
Okay.
He was definitely a first.
Was he? Because I thought he was. Let me see. Here,
I'm
'cause
100% positive.
I thought someone was drafted like second round, and I was like, oh, he was like first.
Are you thinking Brees Hall?
It might have been.
Because Brees Hall was drafted second round this year. But no, Najee wasn't 25. I think ETN was 25.
When was he drafted? Let me see here.
Okay, now that I think ETN was definitely 25th
Yeah,
in the first.
he's 25th.
And Najee was before that. But yeah,
Harris. Who am I thinking? I don't.
I don't know here.
There was someone that was like,
Brees
oh,
Hall,
why did he
maybe?
get drafted so late?
Kenneth Walker.
He was 24, so he's right before it.
Back-to-back first-round running backs.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, it was. I feel like I don't know. He might go. I feel like I would take him top 10. Like Bijan Robinson.
I don't know if I'd take a running back top 10.
if he's that good.
Who would take a running back top 10 though? What team needs a running back that bad?
I don't know. If he's that good though, if he's like a franchise changer, like I think he could.
Yeah, but like Saquon wasn't the right pick at 2.
That's true.
Not that the other guys up there
Saquon's
were
like
going to
Saquon's the best thing about that team though. Like
right,
yeah, like
but that still doesn't make him worth the second overall pick
That's
in a
true.
draft with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
well, yeah. I mean, a quarterback like that's the thing now is like quarterbacks literally. If you don't have a good quarterback, then your team sucks. Like it's either you suck
Yep.
or you don't. Like and it's quarterback don't. So I don't know, but anyways, card.
Football. Oh, come on.
Basketball.
These are so easy.
The first one I see is where did Michael Jordan play college?
Who won a record-setting 23 straight regular season games from 2008 to 2009? Panthers, Colts, Pats, or Saints?
2008 to 2009.
Yep.
It's definitely not the Saints or the Panthers. Because Colts had Peyton Manning at that point,
Yeah.
and the Patriots had
Moss.
Well, they had Moss and they had Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Patriots.
It's Colts.
Damn it! I knew it had to be the
I could
Colts.
be wrong, but I think 2008 was the year Brady tore his ACL and they had Matt Castle.
Was it?
I think.
Man, I was gonna go Colts because I was like, it seems like the Patriots is way too easy, but man, 2-0 already. Okay. Bless you.
Oh my lord! All right.
All right. Who has won the most NBA finals championships since 1990? Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, or Tim Horry? Did I say that right?
Who was the last one?
Robert Horry.
Oh, it's Robert Horry.
Damn it.
Yeah, he has 7.
I tried to mess up the name just to get you screwed over. But...
Yeah. 5 Kobe, 5 Duncan, 6 Jordan, 7 Horry.
Okay.
2-0.
Yep. Great. This is not... I was making a joke with Carter. I was like, yeah, after my win, your luck's changing. It's only going to be me from going forward. And then, man, never mind. Not anymore.
Yeah.
So, great.
We'll see.
Okay. NFL. What we expected, what we didn't. Do you want to start?
Are you skipping this section? I guess we'll probably hit.
Well, in the news. Yeah, we go
we'll
in the
probably
news.
hit all that anyway.
Well, I kind of did this first, like, in the news. So, like, once we get into the NFL topics, we've already talked about it. So it's like we go full in depth on them.
Some notable NFL headlines. First one, a little moment of silence for our fallen soldier. Trey Lance snapped his right ankle, and I could cry.
Man, run week, like a couple of days actually after the whole like stripper thing, he was dancing. He was like dancing on a stripper. That was like a whole thing. Like, it was.
Bro, he had surgery this morning. It seems like it went well, but he's out for the year.
Wasn't it the same thing that
I think it's similar to Dak's.
Yeah.
Yeah, which Dak came back fine, I guess. He came back what he was, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's smart to keep Jimmy now. I mean, I guess they look smart now, but yeah, I guess it's Jimmy's team for the rest of the year, and then finally on to Trey for real next year.
It's so funny because I was looking at like clips of Jimmy Garoppolo. He looks like a dude that lost his starting quarterback job. Like, he looks so rough. Like, he got his beard all like scraggly now. He looks like he just like he got laid off.
He's gonna show up next week all clean shaven and yeah. Jimmy came in and won the game.
It was the Seahawks. Like,
he played okay. He had 2 really good drives and then didn't really do much after that. But
like
Trey Lance gets another year of watching, learning, resting, and rehab. So, hopefully this year makes him better. Maybe he'll be more ready next year. I don't know. He played okay against Chicago, and he was playing well against Seattle in his 2 drives. We were averaging 10 yards a play for his 2 drives. So, I don't know. I'm really excited. I still think he's the future of the franchise. I just hope he recovers. And, dude, I threw a tantrum when he got hurt.
Man, I didn't even see. Like,
he
I
got
just heard
hurt.
that his leg got hurt.
And then we went to commercial, and I thought he got hit in the head. I thought it was a concussion. I'm like, okay, he might be out for the game. We'll be fine. We come back, and they're lifting him onto the cart. I'm like, are you kidding?
Well, I saw his leg kind of twisted.
Are you kidding
He tried to
me?
get up. Like,
He got up at first, and I'm like, oh. He gets up, and then he sits back down. It's probably his head. Like, he's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
No. He snapped his ankle.
Well, I feel like I talk about this all the time. Is like the thing with like those injuries is that you don't realize they happen until like you look down on your leg, and that's like the
Which is crazy.
scariest part.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember to this day, like the very first play. I talk about this every time. The very first play of like my last like Pop Warner Little League game. I get like, it was rainy. It was against our rivals. We didn't really play it. They're already better than us. Like, I get bulldozed over. And then the person who received like the ball, he like tried to get up. Everyone was like, he like getting a hand. And then he just couldn't stand on it. And then he looks down at his leg and he's like, oh, and then like all the pain just starts rushing in.
Oof.
And it's rough. It's like, but
yeah. Anyway, best wishes for a good recovery there.
Well, like,
I am depressed.
And
I am so sad.
Especially with Geno Smith. I kind of knew this. This is Geno Smith's like memo. Like, he plays one good game, everyone hypes him up, and then he plays like trash. The next game.
Geno's not a good quarterback.
Yeah,
I think we've determined that.
Like if everyone was like hyping him up because they're like, oh, he beat the C. That's what happened when Russ went out last week or last year, and then Geno came in for like a game.
He played fine.
He played good for the very first game. He played really good, and then after that,
People
he
hyped
just
him up.
trashed. Like,
looks like he finally wrote back. Anyway, some notable headlines from the other games that didn't involve my franchise quarterback snapping his leg. The Jets came back from down 13 with less than 2 minutes against the Browns. I don't know where that came. Nick Chubb scored a touchdown that he probably shouldn't have scored, but it really shouldn't have mattered. And then Cade York misses the extra point. Flacco throws a 66-yard touchdown right away. They get the onside kick, which never happens now, and then they march right down the field, score, kick the extra point, and win, which is just amazing because I don't like the Browns or Browns fans, and they deserve to lose to the Jets. They really do. It's also hilarious to see Flacco being top 3 in passing yards right now. But, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Big dub for the Jets. I mean, what can you say?
Man.
Good for Robert Saleh, man.
That's so crazy. Like, I mean, it's just like it's a Browns type of way to lose.
Did you see the mannequin they had outside the stadium?
Yes, I did.
The towel?
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
Yeah, Browns fans deserve this.
They need to get canceled.
They deserve this.
The whole franchise, okay, it's not as bad as like the Washington football team, but
it's getting there.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there. Man, but
yeah.
And I think that was like pretty bad, but this was like embarrassing.
Yeah, speaking of blown leads,
man,
the Ravens were up what, 21, I want to say?
Yeah, it was.
And then allowed 470 pass yards and 6 pass touchdowns to Tua.
I think Tua had 2 interceptions too at that point. 2 zip, like literally, and then all of a sudden those 5 straight touchdowns. Like
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle had like 190 and 171 yards respectively with 2 touchdowns each. Tyreek Hill was wide open on both of his touchdowns. I've never seen him so wide open. I get it. I get he's fast, all right? But he's not that fast. That was just stupidity. So Lamar Jackson played out of his mind. He honestly played almost a perfect game.
Yeah.
And they lost.
I will literally. Yeah, I think that was probably Lamar Jackson's best game ever.
That was one of them.
And dude, he had a 78-yard touchdown. Like
he looks good.
Torched him.
Yeah.
That was his longest touchdown run ever.
But the Dolphins
heaved it.
Dolphins moved to 2-0.
Man,
and they play the Bills this week, so we'll see how long that lasts. The
Yeah,
Bills
right.
own the Dolphins lately, but
I mean, Bills
maybe
own every
Tyreek
team.
and Mike McDaniel are the difference. I don't know, man.
Man, I don't even.
The Falcons almost came back.
I know,
and beat
I saw
the Rams.
that.
They almost reverse Falconed.
That would have been like completely returning their whole luck. Like
it was
completely.
What was it? It was 31.
It was
to
31
10,
to 10.
And then they score a touchdown. They block a punt and get a touchdown, and they're down 6.
Did they have a fumble?
Yeah, then they get a fumble, get the ball back, and they're driving. And then Mariota throws a stupid pick to Jalen Ramsey. It was a great interception, don't get me wrong, but it was a stupid throw.
Uh-huh.
And the Rams escaped, but they don't look that good.
Yeah.
They really don't.
And I mean, this kind of like, I think the first week kind of might have shown like how it is, where a average Rams team against a really great Bills team results in that type of loss. Like,
yeah.
So
we're gonna have to see this week. The Rams. Who do the Rams play this week? Honestly, don't even know.
There's no way they have a bye this week.
They're at Arizona.
Okay.
That'll be interesting. Speaking of Arizona, look at that segue.
Yeah.
Arizona came back and beat the Raiders in Las Vegas after being down by 20. That was insane.
Uh-huh.
That was a wild game. And the way they walked it off, Hunter Renfrow catches the ball, fumbles, but it's recovered by the Raiders. 2 plays later, Hunter Renfrow catches the ball, fumbles, and the Cardinals pick it up and house it for the game.
Yeah, and then the 2-point conversion too.
The Kyler 2-point conversion.
Apparently, he ran for 80 yards on that play.
I believe it. Yeah.
He was running.
He was back to the 20.
Yeah,
on a 2-point conversion.
And okay, do you know what that reminded me of? 100%. And I talked about this last week. He reminded me 100% of Kyler Murray, or no,
Well, he is Kyler Murray.
of Russell Wilson. 100%
A little
on
bit.
that play. Exactly. Because do you know the last time someone did a play like that was Russell Wilson against the Packers in the 2014 championship game. I saw with my very own eyes, Russell Wilson ran for 150 yards before the line of scrimmage on a 2-point conversion, throws it up randomly. It ends up becoming a completion, and that's what ends up resulting in the team winning. And that's what it looked like exactly. And the funny thing is that I think Kyler Murray is getting so much like this, like, you know, the luck kind of thing, because I thought Russell Wilson, if anything, he was talented, but if anything, he was just lucky in
Kyler
a ton
played
of
bad
plays.
for most of this game.
And like, I think it was just a ton of luck. And I think Kyler Murray, he's kind of had the same, like, a ton of resemblance from Russell Wilson.
A little bit,
where it's
yeah.
like, you know, he plays really good at the beginning of the year, and then at the end of the year, they kind of fall flat. And that's been the motto for, like, the Seahawks for a majority of, like, you know, of the time that Russell Wilson's been there. And it's been, I think, right now, too, because Russell Wilson played pretty bad. Like, the whole Broncos team.
Yeah, he does not look good right now.
He
looked okay week 1.
But I still felt like there was points where he just already knew where he wanted to go with the ball, which is not a good sign from a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, predetermining it, throwing it, because that results
he was
in...
6 for 21 at one point.
Yeah, like, it was bad. And then, like, and even in the Seahawks game, like, it was a good example where there was one point where, I forgot it was number 6 on the Seahawks, dropped a clear interception where, because Russell Wilson,
Diggs did,
threw it. Like,
that was a terrible throw.
That's what happens is when you predetermine where you want to go with the ball, you throw it, but then it gives the defense already time to react because they're already heading into their, you know, the defense.
Yeah.
And if you don't know 100% the coverage that they're in, then you get those throws. So, like,
yeah,
man, it was crazy, but
yeah, it's rough right now. I don't really know why, and Nathaniel Hackett is terrible.
yeah.
He might be the worst head coach in the league right now.
Why was he so bad? And then the Packers it had been 100% Matt LaFleur.
I assume LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers handled the play call.
100%. Like,
but then you think Kyle Shanahan called all the plays for San Francisco, and then the OC that left San Francisco is doing good in Miami. So I don't know.
yeah, I don't.
But Nathaniel Hackett is not a good head coach.
Yeah,
So
not at all.
And then the last headline we got here, Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore continue their beef.
Mm-hmm.
So Brady threw an incompletion that looked like pass interference, didn't get the call. He runs down, he's like yelling at the ref or whatever. Marshawn Lattimore starts talking to Brady. Brady talks back to Lattimore. Then Lattimore, I believe, pushed somebody, and then Leonard Fournette came and pushed Fournette pushed Lattimore. Lattimore pushed back harder, and then Mike Evans came in and decked Lattimore. They both got ejected. Evans is now suspended for a game. He's appealing it. He's not going to win.
Yeah.
He's suspended for a game. And there's so many funny videos on the sideline. Like, Bruce Arians was on the sideline at the time, and you could literally see him mouth the words, like, Mike, go get in there, or whatever. And then Mike Evans went and decked him. And did you see the video of Mike Evans talking to the
He's
ref?
like, what is Tom Brady?
He's like, it's Tom Brady. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
The respect he gets is so crazy, and he deserves it. It's
crazy.
Just, it's
I
crazy
saw that
to think.
too. It was also kind of funny because Tom Brady, per usual, when playing the Saints, he threw the one like laptop,
Yeah,
iPad thing, and I'm like, oh,
those
my
games are
goodness.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
But Bucks squeaked it out. I guess the final score looked a lot
It was
more
a
of
pick
a blowout
six that
than it
ended the
was.
game.
Yeah,
So like
it was a lot closer than it
was
looked.
10-13, like, and then the other sealed it, but it was like really close to the end, which you kind of expected for a game from both Saints and Bucks. But okay, all sports.
Football again?
Okay, this one should be an easy one. In which direction do volleyball players move or rotate before serving? Have you not played like volleyball?
Not like legitimately.
No, but like when you just like sub in people.
Yeah, but what way?
Okay, clockwise, counterclockwise, diagonally, front to back.
Clockwise.
Yep.
Yes.
Man, well, I've lost. Okay.
Who became the first player to both throw and catch a touchdown pass in a Super Bowl? Tom Brady, Nick Foles, Matt Ryan, or Carson Wentz?
Nick Foles.
Yeah. That was a little bit of a layup.
Man, these are kind of like current cards. I mean, that's like not that long ago.
Yeah.
Man.
3-1.
Well.
Oh, it's already reps.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
The wheel.
let's just spin.
The legendary wheel.
Punch.
A little bit of
punch,
modifications.
Punch. Yeah, so let's go over the
There's
updates
only
here.
one punch now, which we'll probably still land on.
Yeah.
There's opposing jersey on there, sign of shame, shirt of shame.
Yeah. Which I'm actually kind of excited about.
Salt shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Let me screw this in. But okay, I'm kind of thinking opposing jersey. I don't know how that's going to work with the green screen
Why?
because it's a green jersey.
Do you not have a White Packers jersey?
Oh yeah, I mean we could do that.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that. Okay. So yeah. Okay, what's punched? Damn it!
Shock Tato!
No! No!
Let's go.
I was hoping it was not going to be this one. Oh, there goes all the beans, the
Wonderful.
bean boozles.
Here's your Shock Tato.
Oh my gosh, I hate this.
Your favorite. All right, well, let's keep talking so you don't know when it's coming. On to some more NFL.
There's a text.
We're gonna go back to the what we expected and what we didn't expect segment here. So I'll go first while you sit there and think about the Shock Tato. What I expected Lamar to
Thinking about my punishment.
I expected Lamar to play like he is. He's, as I put in the document here, La MVP. I think if the season ended today, Lamar's the MVP.
Oh,
there it is. Yeah.
Mm.
Prime Lamar's back. Ravens are idiots for not extending him because now he's just going to get more money. And then I also expected that, the Chiefs are still the kings of the AFC West, at least for now. Which makes sense. I didn't think the Broncos and Raiders would look this bad, but I thought the Chiefs were better than the Chargers.
I feel like I have opinions on that game. I think, are you just going to eat the random one?
Good or bad? What do you think?
That's dog food or chocolate?
Oh, I don't like chocolate jelly beans. Hold on.
Dude, there's going to be a bad one. That's a rough one. Either way, it kind of sucks.
Okay. What's this one?
I don't know. Probably booger.
Oh.
Is it booger? It might have been barf.
Oh.
Does it taste like barf or does it taste boogery?
I was hoping for a good one. I don't know what it is. It's bad, though.
You're hoping for a good one.
Oh,
Pushing
my
your luck.
gosh.
Man, we both get it.
That's really bad. I got all good ones last time.
Well, remember how I won the game?
Bro,
and then,
it's getting worse.
it kind of rolled around in the box, so I probably got some flavoring from that.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Oh my god. Well, that was the thing. I won the game, and I got a bad bean boozle right after. So I was like, did I really win?
Yeah. Anyway, what I didn't expect. I didn't expect that the Broncos would look this bad. They just really don't look good. They barely squeaked it out against Houston. They lost to Seattle. Now they're hosting San Francisco, so I'll probably get right now. But yeah, Broncos look bad. The Colts got shut out by the Jaguars, 24-0.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts have not won in Jacksonville in 8 years.
Dude, the Jacksonville Jaguars kind of look.
They look okay.
I mean,
but
okay.
it just made
Doug
me
Peterson
really
is
happy.
kind of doing wonders for that team.
Yeah, he's been good.
I mean,
I said it. I said it when he was hired. I was a big fan of the hire. I got hated on.
I hated you because I was like, are the players really going to buy into a player that literally purposely took a loss for the team? But maybe that was just because he was just doing it for the head coach. The head coach is like, dude, you're going to do this or you're going to get fired. So I don't know. But it was, man.
Yeah. But yeah, the Colts blamed all of their problems on Carson Wentz after last year. So naturally, Matt Ryan proceeds to go out and do significantly worse against the Jaguars than Carson Wentz did. Yeah. Which makes me a little happy. Man. And then I did not expect that the Cowboys were going to beat the Bengals. Oh, the Cooper Rush-led Cowboys beat the Bengals, knocking the Bengals to 0-2. Man. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, so that's what I expected and didn't.
Okay, so for me, I put as number one my Aaron Rodgers Chicago real estate. Still owns the Bears. I mean, okay, the funny thing is that you think that after he said that, karma would come back, or like the Bears would come back and want to win and like put everything they could into beating Aaron Rodgers just because he said that. Be like, I'm not going to let him stand by just saying that. But nope. Ever since, I think he's 3-0 or 4-0 after saying that. Like,
Something
he's still,
like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's still chilling with the. And okay, I'm just gonna say this: Matt LaFleur, he's 24-2 at home, like for the Packers, and he's like 30-8, which is ridiculous. Like for a starting coach, like just going in. I mean, he did inherit Aaron Rodgers and like Aaron Jones, but
Still,
like
though.
it's still pretty crazy. And I'll put this in unexpected / didn't expect the Bengals. I said it beforehand. I was thinking the Bengals were going to have a flop year because I was, that's a thing where the team that loses in the Super Bowl always has a down year. But I mean, even both teams kind of don't look good. But like, I think I kind of predicted it where I thought the Bengals kind of just had a fluke year last year where they just magically did good. And then I didn't think they're going to do as good this year. But it was kind of hard because I'm like, is Joe Burrow really going to have that much of a fall off and Jamar Chase? But I mean, that's why I kind of was like backing down a little bit on it. But man, the Cowboys, I even put them in my like, what's your wager, which we'll get into. But like, I put them in there. And that's the only reason I didn't get it was because, man, that's rough.
You're lucky you wagered 4 on the
Lions.
Now
I'm up.
You're down 1.
No, now I'm up into like the actual numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. That was ridiculous. What I didn't expect also, Cardinals comeback. That was rough. Man, it was crazy. I don't think anyone expected them to come back from that. And I didn't expect Tua and Lamar's performance. I mean, Lamar Jackson played pretty well last game, but this was a near perfect game. And coming from a Lamar Jackson hater, notorious, certified, he played really good. He 78-yard touchdown run, and then he just, he was slinging it all over. And then Tua coming back, like, man, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I was texting one of my friends, and I was like, oh, I feel bad for you. And they're like, yeah, I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm like, I feel bad. And then all of a sudden he texts me later. He's like, how about them Dolphins? And I'm like, wow. And I was like, man, I could have walked into that one. Yeah. But, man, maybe it was because the jinx, Adam Jinx at that point.
That
undefeated.
Could be it.
But
it is strong.
It was crazy. But now on to what's your wager. Okay. Carter picked the what's your wager game. And it was the Packers Bucks.
I gave him 2 options. We disagreed on this one. It's Packers at Bucks. So
yep.
I'm going to take the Bucks, and I'm going to put 2 points on. Oh, the current score is 2-1, by the way. Me.
Yep.
So I'm going to put 2 points on the Bucks.
Well, it was 3-0 last week, right? Or 3-3.
Yeah.
And then you wagered 1 point. I wagered 4. He wagered on the Commanders.
I wagered 2. No. It was 4 to -3.
I thought it was 3-3.
Or no, you're right. It was, but then I only did 1 lock, and I hit it.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah. Okay. Yep.
But yeah, I'm going to go Bucks for 2 points, and then I have 2 games this week I'm locking in. Bengals over Jets, which I'm a little nervous about, and then Ravens over Patriots.
Okay. Awesome. For me, I got to pick the Packers, but if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to wager 2 points.
Okay.
I'm going to wager 2. I was kind of tempted just to wager only 1 point because, I mean, I can't not pick the Packers here.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be honest. Like, you just can't do it. But I'll pick the Bills over Dolphins. That'll be 1.
I can still taste that jelly bean.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
It's bad.
I needed the toothpaste one because the toothpaste one made my breath actually feel minty.
Yeah, that probably actually would help.
It actually really helped, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'll pick the Eagles over the Commanders.
Really? As a lock?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm getting risky.
We haven't even seen the Eagles play yet.
I'm getting risky
Their
here.
second game.
I'm getting risky.
Okay.
And then, I'm going to pick Chiefs over Colts. So I'll be 3.
What was your first one again?
Bills. And then
we have all different picks.
I think that'll be it. Who'd you pick?
I picked the Bengals and Ravens.
Bengals over the Jets? Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like a risk at this point.
I know. And then, I thought it was a slam dunk last team. because I even said that. I'm like, I'm expecting Cooper Rush to play in this game,
Mhm.
and then clearly happened. Who else did you pick?
Cowboys Giants play this week.
Oof, dude, I'm riding for the Giants. I told you that. We have a bet on it.
This is a big leg up for the bet. Whoever
bet
wins
on
this
the
one.
line, but
Let's
man,
go Cooper.
all right, sounds good. Yeah, wait, who else did you put? So you had the
Bengals and Ravens.
Bengals, Ravens. Who are the Ravens playing?
Pats.
Patriots.
So I don't feel because I think it's in New England too, so I don't feel amazing, but I'm taking it.
I mean, I feel like the first week it was kind of easy. Like there's easy picks. That one, but like now it's getting a little harder.
Yeah.
And I feel like there were some surefire ones last week, in my opinion. Like I thought which ones did I think?
You took
What?
the Rams, the Bengals.
I think I hit on all of them except for the Bengals one.
Yeah.
I thought the Rams was a surefire one. Like I thought the Broncos over
Rams
Texans,
almost
but
lost.
I know. Well, I thought they were
So
surefire
did the
ones, and
Broncos.
then the Broncos. Yeah, they almost like
Yeah, I only
kind of
took
ruined
San
it,
Francisco,
but-
and they came through.
man. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how we go on those. But I think that's the end of the episode.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that's all we have for today's episode. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms, Sports and Stuff Show. Specifically TikTok, Instagram. I think we're going to do an Instagram poll on the punishments so we can have more of those. And then Twitter, we're SNS_show. Also, subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you next one. Peace.